Hello, my name is Berenice Baker and I'm the editor of Enter Quantum. I'm here with Faisal Kamran, Principal Technology Analyst with Sony. Faisal, we sat down earlier and we had a fireside chat about can quantum computing save the world?
Yes.
Looking at some sustainability issues.
Yeah.
I'd just like to catch up further on that and maybe talk about some practical advice for companies who are interested in introducing quantum computing, but in a sustainable way.
Right.
So first of all, if enterprises are considering introducing quantum computing, which I know a lot of people here are, how can they do that in a sustainable way?
That's actually a really important question, and actually one can break it down into two simple steps as well. The first and foremost question to answer for any enterprises is it necessary for them, first of all, to actually embark on a journey of quantum computing? It's a pretty red ocean at the moment. Everybody is trying to do that because it is important for a lot of different factors, specifically considering the sustainability goals that have been put around us. But I think the fundamental question is to sort of understand whether there's a need for an organization to have the quantum computing ability. And there are hundreds of cases already identified, but the simpler thing one can do is do the due diligence and understand what the organization's place in their own industry is, and whether there are some use cases which can be completely disruptive to their businesses. And if there are, then they can actually find out the alternative solutions or optimization schemes or use cases where the quantum technology can benefit them. Once they have made this identification and clear decision on embarking on the quantum computing, the second question is then how to do it. I think just like any other technology, quantum computing comes with certain sort of risks as well. Investment risk aside, it's currently, because not a completely mature technology readiness levels are kind of immature, so it comes with a lot of sustainability issues itself as well. And one of the fundamental things I think the industry would have to agree upon is how to transfer the carbon footprint from quantum to the products and the solutions which the company is going to be producing then. And then once you have this, then I think the fundamental thing is to build a framework around it, some ideation, definition, and before you actually go to the design and the development part, you need to have talent pool in-house, which is capable to advise you accordingly and take you through this journey, because throughout the journey, one of the key elements would be the measurement. How do you sort of see the impact of the implication of those technologies, and how do you estimate their measurements? So I think these two or three fundamental things, as long as they are sort of structured well, there is a potential that the solution will become more sustainable for the organizations then.
Excellent. I think possibly looking at the other end of the equation, what sustainability problems can quantum computing solve?
I think this is one of the most important questions as well, right? So as we discussed earlier during the conversation, that sustainability is no longer a buzzword, but there is a clear demand from the world, and COP26 and the governments and the organizations have actually shown that by putting the money where it belongs to. So potentially, if the goals are realized, $3 to $4 trillion per year of investment by 2030 sort of speaks for its volumes as well. But it addresses the really big sustainable issues of the world then. So currently classical computers are nowhere near solving the problems, even given the 1,000 years. But the quantum computing holds the promise that actually it could allow those solutions to be realized in time as well. And we can think about if these technologies are then applied to low emission technologies, or the solutions are applied there, then the way we generate and store power, the way we invent or understand discovery of the materials, how we store carbon actually would have a really significant impact on the climate change. And then if you look at sort of a key indices of the sustainability, which has a global impact, decarbonization, fertilizers, which are green, treatments, medtech, low emission industrial processes, cement would be one of the key areas there as well. So I think all of these technologies or these application spaces would require significant investment and the know-how of the quantum technologies to sort of solve those big problems for the humanity.
That's fantastic. Thanks, Faisal. Some really inspiring ideas there.
Just thank you so much. Nice.
And for more inspiring information about quantum computing, visit Enter Quantum at www.enterquantum.com and sign up for our newsletter. Thanks.